I think you could walk away from a situation or a person and say, this doesn't serve me. I think it's better. We're just, we separate.
I think that's so real. Like sometimes people just don't jive or grow apart in a way.
And it's okay.
And I've learned that this year, or like this big age. Never too shy. We're back. I'm Paulina.
I'm Tati.
And producer Marco's here.
Hi,
Yes,
guys.
he is. Do you hear him?
That voice behind the wall, I guess, or the
My
camera.
regular voice.
Can we talk about his Darth Vader?
Dude, that comment took me out.
Hey, bro.
Someone said y'all talking about pop culture, but not gonna acknowledge Darth Vader in the background.
Listen, Marco was really sick for like 2 weeks back to back, and he could like barely breathe. So we're just glad he was breathing.
Oh yeah, thank God you were breathing.
Thank God.
If you weren't breathing, that'd be a different
We
conversation.
would not be here.
No,
Well,
this
who
would be
knows?
not recording.
Maybe Martin take over my chair. Who knows?
No, there's no
Yeah, no.
producer Marco. You are one of a kind.
You are one
friend.
of a kind, sir.
Yeah.
My size of relief.
Did you say sigh of relief or
Yeah.
size?
My size.
Oh, I like
like-
a size.
I do
size.
size.
Size of relief. It'd be like that all day, I swear.
All day.
Well, we are back. 2025 is around the corner, which is so crazy because I
Good
feel like it
Lord.
was just like 2024 yesterday,
Yeah,
like
it
the
was.
first
Literally.
day of the year.
Yeah.
Like the year really does fly. I love the new year, though. People are like not into it. Maybe they are. I don't know. I love it. I don't know. It's not like, to me, it's not like a restart, nothing like that. It's kind of like my Super Bowl. I just like get all in. I dive all in. And like we're gonna go on vacation next week, like my job. So it's like for me, it's like this reset. I don't know what it is. I call it the 2 weeks of nothing because it really is two. You don't know what day it is. You don't know where you
No.
are. It's just even if you are still working, which a lot of people are, you just still feel like you don't know what's going on.
And then there's that weird in between if you celebrate Christmas. So
Yes.
like that weird in between Christmas and New Year's Eve, and you're like,
What day is it?
what do we do?
What day
Just
is
eat
it?
leftovers.
Chill.
Play with your Christmas toys.
Oh, when you were a kid, remember that?
As a kid.
the
Were you the
best.
24th
I
or the
still
25th?
play with my. In my household, we did both because I grew up going to multiple houses. So the 24th was always with my mom's side, the Palestinian side, and we would do gifts at midnight. And then the Christmas day would be like with the Colombian family,
Really?
and then
Wow.
sometimes the Puerto Rican family. Yeah, we had to split it up. So,
Yeah.
what about you guys? How do you do it?
Christmas Eve is like our Super Bowl. So like
Yeah.
that's when we celebrate. Every year it was, well, growing up it was one way. I was going to my uncle's house. That just was my stepdad's side. It was what it was. Christmas Day we went to my my aunt's side. So we kind of celebrated both, but Christmas Eve was like just the motherboard of everything. That's the word, motherboard. I don't know. But point is, it was fun. This year, now that I'm older, we have this thing. It's a Polish thing. It's called Wigilia. And it's basically like this traditional thing you eat, like this certain food, and like you do, you break like these like communion wafers, and you wish each other like all these things. It's a really sweet tradition. Then we have to do presents early, so like 6 o'clock, whatever. Sometimes my mom used to want to go to mass. I don't really make it to mass because I'm in bed, but we just celebrate. But now I go to my in-laws, and like my mom and my family comes with, and like we do white elephant, and there's just like food.
It's a party.
It's a party to hang out. So it's fun. It's really fun. It's my baby's first one too, so I'm excited.
Super special.
I know it's gonna be great. What about
You've
you, producer
had
Marco?
2 first Christmases back to back.
Back to
Last
back.
year was Madeline's, and then this year
year's
it's
Mateo and Madeline's.
Wow.
Yeah, we be getting at it, We be staying busy in the Rodriguez household.
That is a busy household.
But-
Holy hell.
getting busy.
We're getting busy, but yeah, we usually do the 24th with my family, and then the 25th we'll do it with my in-laws, depending if they're here. But now this year they're not going to be here this year.
Oh,
And yeah, but it's a crazy thing because for my family it's like 16 people, 17 people. I don't know, it's a lot of people.
that's so awesome.
But usually we do like a grab bag and like gifts, and people do like stocking stuffers. So it's a bunch of shit. And this is the first year where we do just like a one white elephant gift, which I think is like the preference.
We were just talking about that.
Because like I'm like Christmas is for like kids.
100%.
So
Literally for kids.
Literally for kids. The white elephant is like the fun gag gifts for adults, and that's it. But let the holiday spirit, the joy, the magic, just watch it for the kids.
Yeah.
100%.
Watch them live it.
And I get like the stocking stuffers thing, but like if you're gonna do a $25 stocking stuffer, like I think you should just do like the white elephant gift.
I agree.
That's just me, but yeah, first time this year we're doing white elephant gifts.
That's awesome.
Should be fun in the Rodriguez.
So when you
love
guys
it.
are watching this, Christmas passed.
Pass.
So
Yeah,
Hope y'all had a
Christmas is
great.
over.
Hope you guys had a great
Right.
Christmas.
Hope it was amazing.
Hope it was amazing.
But
if
we
you
want
celebrate
to,
it.
yes. Oh, right. I mean, listen, Christmas is always magical. So I hope everyone had a great one. But today we're going to reflect on the year.
It's our recap.
I feel like every year since I can remember has, for me personally, has always topped the year before. And I love that because I'm like, I hope it just keeps getting better. You
That's
know what I
awesome.
mean? And it's like, it's in a good way. I just like feel like every year has always been so successful for me in the way of like, you know, it's just constantly just getting better. And I'm praying it stays that way because I feel really lucky for that. My year was pretty good, if I'm going to be honest.
I mean, yeah, you had like
Shit, life-changing.
a life-changing year, literally.
I had a whole ass baby in April.
Yeah.
That changed my life.
That's amazing.
That is so crazy to me. A lot of good things have happened, but
Yeah.
definitely want to dive into what we were talking about. So first things first. Woo woo woo.
First things first, I'm the realest. No, is that the song? First things first. There's a song. Whatever, we'll cut this part.
First things first, I'm the realist. Iggy Azalea. No? Okay. Boom. So new year, say me or not. Reflecting on personal growth, favorite memories, lessons learned from the past year, while setting goals or intentions for the new ones. So, you want to say it first, Tati?
Sure.
Reflect on personal growth, favorite memories.
Man, I think I grew the most this year.
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, if you've been watching since the beginning, I hope you could see it too. I think I'm way more present, just in general. I think I didn't slow down. I didn't slow down, but I reevaluated where my time was going. And I decided that I would only give my time to things that bring me joy, bring me growth, bring me peace. And I did just that. So I feel like I've grown as a person, and I want to thank everybody who's no longer in my life because you made me a better person by getting out of it.
Period.
So thank you. And I don't say that sounded like really aggressive in a sweet tone. Genuinely, I don't wish anybody harm. I wish everybody good. Like I wish the best for everybody, whether we fell off or not. I want the best for you. And I'm just glad that people showed their whole ass, their face, their true colors, their whatever it is, because that allowed me to see things I needed to see. Because I think I'm a person that I'm so invested in helping you and wanting my hands to be in so many different buckets and help so many people that I was helping the wrong people.
Really?
And I was in spaces where I wasn't appreciated. And so I think I'm grateful that I now took that and used that time into things that I'm passionate and proud of. I started Talk with Tati. It's like,
yes, you did.
It's like a once in a month little Instagram live. It's nothing crazy, but like to me, I feel like it's something that I'm proud of, and it's something I would like later to see grow and prosper with time.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy that I did something like that. So I'm just glad that I'm making moves and just spending my time where I really truly see value in it and I feel appreciated in those spaces.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Do you feel like with, you know, like I don't know what I would call it, like removing certain people, certain energy, do you feel like that was something that you needed to do in order to grow?
Yes. Yeah. I think I needed to do it in order to grow and, to be very frank, to just clear out my schedule.
Ooh.
Like,
well, you are busy.
I don't need to spend so much time around you and this space and these people for what? What am I getting out of it? Nothing. And in the end, it allowed me to step back and be like, oh my God, what's so different now that I'm not there and now that I don't have these people and this? Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine.
Real.
You know, and again, like I probably sound super bitchy, and it's no shade. It's just, I think that is like my one piece of advice. If I say it with your chest, like take your garbage out, y'all. And by garbage out, it could be negative thoughts, negative people, bad jobs, a bad relationship, whatever it is, take your garbage out and you'll feel so much lighter. You'll feel happier. You'll feel refreshed. You'll feel inspired. I honestly felt more inspired when I took myself out of spaces and I created my own spaces. I left somebody else's space and created my own.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough. But one thing about you too, I've noticed is like you are super like give people benefit of the doubt.
Yes,
You are too.
That's what I. That's
own
where I
good.
changed 1,000% this year.
Yeah.
I changed in that way. I gave people so much benefit of the doubt. So many people have like got on my ass about that for years.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, and this is something we talked about with somebody else where I was like, you know, people were like, yo, do you know about this person and this? And I'm one person where, okay, sure, I'll hear you out, but I am going to develop my own conclusions about a person and my own judgment or interpretation based on my experience with that person.
Yeah.
I am 100% going to give somebody the respect and the time to get to know them. I'm not going to judge them based off of what other people are telling me. But fortunately, in some ways, like, people ain't lying. The math was mathing.
Yeah.
And people showed
Their ass.
their ass.
Their whole ass.
Their whole cheeks.
The whole,
both cheeks.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's real. Because I like to do that too. I'm like, oh, just because like somebody may say something about you or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have to believe that. Like, how you treat me is how I'm gonna take you, right? How I'm
Yeah.
gonna like see you as. But I do believe people know what they're doing sometimes. And on top of that, I also think like people say something about somebody for a reason because half the time they end up showing you why people say that. And it sucks.
Yeah. Because
sucks.
like you genuinely, and I would say this is the hard part, right? I'm over here like, take out the garbage, like, you know, walk away from this space, leave that. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
It's not that easy because some of these people or these spaces or these friendships, whatever it is, some of them you had great memories with, right? These were people that you saw good in them. And then you can say great things about them. And I think both can be true. I think you could walk away from a situation or a person and say, this doesn't serve me. I think it's better. We're just, you know, we separate. But you could still acknowledge the good things about that person, right?
Totally.
Just because you and I had a falling out or we're not close anymore, whatever it is, that does not mean, one, I wish you ill will. And two, that doesn't mean you're a terrible person. That just means you were not the best person to me and for me. But I'm sure you do have great qualities. There are great things about you.
100%.
You are talented. You are all these things. You just needed to be out of my space and I needed to be out of your space for whatever reason.
And that's real too. That doesn't mean that you are, you know, this crappy person or that
Correct.
they're this horrible person. Like,
No.
yeah, maybe like there's parts where you guys just don't jive. I'm not saying
Yeah.
like you're an angel or this person's an angel
No.
or this person's an angel. You know what I
No.
mean? At the end of the day, I think we all have flaws. We all have
Yeah.
things that maybe get under other people's skin. But I think that's so real. Like sometimes people just don't jive or grow apart in a way.
And it's okay.
And I've learned this year,
It's okay.
or like this big age, I just learned like it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I used to think like that must mean like I'm a failure. That reflects me
Yeah.
as a person, and it's not.
Yeah. No. And I think that takes a lot of maturity to notice people are growing apart and let it happen without trying to fight it. I think the old me would always fight and be like, no, we have to save this. We have
Yes.
history. We have this. But it's like, no, we have history. And that doesn't change our history. Our history is beautiful. We have great memories.
Yeah.
But we're at places where we are growing apart for a reason, and it's okay.
I completely
like
agree.
let it happen. These people come in your life for a reason. Let them serve their purpose, and then kiss them goodbye.
Not the kiss.
You know? So yeah, I mean, that's where I see growth, honestly, in myself. Like not feeling guilty and feeling like, oh, should I have done that? Should I not have done that? It still happens, but again, everything happens for a reason. And you stand 10 toes down knowing you're a good person, they're a good person. Y'all just ain't good people together. I don't know. But yeah,
true.
what about you, Paulina?
For me, reflecting
Yeah, what's your
on
growth?
2025
Yeah.
or 4. Where the hell am I?
4.
Definitely growing as a person. I mean, I gave birth to another person. Definitely, you know, that's changed me forever. Growth wise, like having a kid, it's true what they say, you're never the same person. I do want to just make sure that I'm very clear though. I'm the same. My character's the same. That's what I want to say. Because I do understand that like motherhood, unfortunately, I think a lot of people lose themselves or, you know, they go through shit. And that's going to happen one way or the other, whether it's postpartum, depression, anxiety, whether it's just, even like your hormones being out of whack, like that's real. My hormones literally stay out of whack all the time. So that's not, that's not new. But for me, I was so fucking like pressed on like, I don't want to like lose my character in the sense of like, I want to be a good mom. I still want to like work on my career. Like I did just like things that I want. And I felt so guilty saying that. And I don't really give a fuck now. Like I know what I want because all this shit that I do, like this podcast and my job and anything that I like literally like love to do, fucking, I don't know, cleaning my bathroom. I actually like cleaning. I know. No one says that ever. Like all this shit makes me a better mom. No, for real, like for me, and I want to speak for me before y'all come for me, but like, having my house, like being tidy, whatever, like if I can't do it, if someone else can do it, that's wonderful. Point is like, this is the stuff that makes me a better mother. And all I care about is being the best mom I could be. All I can care about.
I love that.
What?
Nothing.
No, say it.
It's just did you peep that she was like, staying tidy and cleaning makes me feel like a better mother? She said that. I didn't say that. Just saying.
Now they're gonna come for me and cancel me. Cancel me already.
Sorry,
Cancel
I'm just
Paulina.
kidding.
Hey,
just kidding.
I'm saying what makes me a better mom.
No, right.
Because what makes
Everybody's
me a
different.
better mom is gonna be different for you,
For
and you.
sure.
I'm saying like, listen, and a lot of moms want to, or they choose to like want to stay home with their kids for the first couple of years. That wouldn't make me a good mom. I'm gonna be so fucking for real.
For you, yeah.
For Paulina
you.
Rowe, it would not
Paulina.
make Paulina Rowe a better mom. Like I wouldn't. So I do what I know makes me a better mom because my baby is really fucking attached to me. So like I already know like we have a bond. Like I was scared about the bonding part. I was in breastfeeding. Like I was pumping, but I didn't have her on the boob.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that gonna ruin my bond with her? You think about these things. I was scared and just worried and no, we're besties. Like that's my girl. We're locked in. Yeah, that's my girl. Like, her dad's carrying her. She's over here like trying to get to me. Like it's the funniest thing in the world. And I'm like, girl, we're all here. It's fine. But no. She's gotta be with mom. And that makes me secretly like feel good. Like
of course.
That's my girl. So again, motherhood changed me in the ways that I never thought I would change because I was always like, no, like I'm still gonna like be me. And I think my friend and I had this conversation, like I'm me to the core still. I'm still literally who I was like 15 years ago. Like I'm still me to the core. I still have my little quirks. I still have my passions. I still have my thoughts. Like they've evolved, but I still have everything about me. But what has changed is my best friend called it too. He goes, when you have this baby, he goes, you are not going to give a shit about X, Y, and Z. And ask me if I give a shit about X, Y, and Z.
Nope.
I have no space in my brain.
Not even W.
I have no space in my brain. Just like you said, people show your ass or show their ass, whatever. Everyone's showing asses. Like, you just don't have the mental capacity.
Yeah.
And my best friend called it, and I was like, maybe we'll see, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, he was right. And to me, I think that's another thing, too. And I said this on the radio show that I'm on, the Fred Show. I literally said this. I was like, being a mom, I was like, being a parent really stops you from... I'm not going to say full on people pleasing because that's just something I'm like working on, I think, for the rest of my life because of other issues. But honestly, it gives you this like, I just don't fucking care or have time. And maybe it is like a form of like, I just, how do you say in Spanish? No me importa.
No me importa.
No me importa era. That's the fuck I'm in.
I love that.
No, it's like the best era in the world. And like, I've noticed that too, like, even like when I'm in spaces like at work or something, and I'm like, oh, I used to care so much about that. And not in a bad way. I didn't lose my passion or my touch. I just used to care about the slightest things and like, oh, I didn't go to the fucking company happy hour. Oh, they're going to hate me. Oh, they're going to fire me. No one's going to talk to me. Girl, ain't nobody give a shit.
Right.
Like what you do after fucking 5 p.m., whatever the fuck. Like, you know what I mean? I used to just be so, and that was okay because at that moment in time, that was who I was, what I wanted. I wanted to be a part of it. Now I'm also selective, like what I go to. And I'm like, okay, selective. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, but and my other friend at work, he's like that too. He doesn't have a kid, but he's in his like no era of being like, hey, you want to go to this? No, I'm going to go home and rest. Or no, I'm going to do this. And you don't understand, like, knowing this person, seeing him say this after knowing him for 9 years, always saying yes or always being there, being exhausted, being, like, falling apart. he's prioritizing himself and like even his relationship and stuff. And I just love that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you go, Glen Coco.
You go, Glen Coco.
So like it makes me very happy. And I think for me the growth obviously has been just that. Like you said, just kind of like really just like not giving a shit about stuff that doesn't matter anymore. People that like don't matter, and they're not in a negative way, but it's just like I truly believe that like this is the first year of my life, and this may sound weird, but I have everybody in my life where they need to be, where they're supposed to be.
Literally, same.
And it's like not a negative way.
Yeah.
But I have everyone where I need them, like a fucking game of chess.
No, seriously. No, or what's the one with the blocks?
That's chess.
Tetris.
Tetris.
Who?
Tetris.
What's Tetris?
Like
The one with the blocks that fall down. And
fall down and you make a match.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I think I feel the same thing. Because I was going to ask you, so we talked about growth, right? So mine is like, what, my question to you, and we could all talk about, like, what have been like your highlights of this year? Like event-wise, thing, like a specific day or days or somewhere you went, something you did. I know you're probably going to say Hawaii for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's like one of your top
ones.
That changed my life.
Yeah, I could see that.
I felt like I was in a different world. Like it wasn't. I just felt so awesome. I love Hawaii. Like I'm definitely going back. Just so far.
Hawaii.
Definitely Hawaii. I mean, career wise, I definitely like I'm in a different place in my career that I love too. Obviously, this podcast. I'm so happy that we're like still doing it. We rebranded.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? And I know next year's gonna be even bigger and better. Like there's just so much with that. Obviously, Mommy Collective events, Mommy Collective stuff too. So like that was cool. Being able to do TV. Like that was on my vision
You
board.
were on tour.
I was
You're on tour.
I was on the world tour like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
This is gonna ruin the tour.
It's gonna ruin the world
You didn't
tour.
get a
What
DUI
tour?
though.
The world tour.
I love that.
Yeah, so like that was my vision board. Like
Yeah, talk about that. So like these events you're talking about, all these are on your vision board.
Yes. So my vision board last year. Oh shoot, I gotta bring it. We gotta bring it in. And
Next
actually,
episode we could do.
yeah.
Mine's on my phone.
You're coming to my party, right? My little vision board.
When
party.
is it again?
I don't know.
Well,
girl.
don't say it on
20
air,
yes,
but yeah, I have
it's
it on my
somewhere.
phone. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like to do it every year. I like to like get the
You're like
girlies
me.
and the
Same.
gays together. Yes.
Yes.
I love to make a vision board, and
Me too.
this year I'm making it a little bit different. I have like a fun little tweak to
Me
it.
too, Fred.
Stop it right
Oh my
now.
God.
We're gonna talk about it off camera.
But my vision board had the house that we bought a house this year. I forgot.
Yeah.
The house that we live in right now was on my vision board, and I drove to the house and I took a picture of it in December of last year because we hadn't like closed. Did we put the offer? We didn't put the offer yet. I don't remember if we did, but I drove by because I couldn't find it. It's not listed online. My house never got listed on Zillow, so I was like, I have to go take a picture. So I drove, took a picture, printed it, and put it on my vision board. And Javi was like, "What? Are
How
you
bad you
doing?"
want it?
Crazy
Right?
lady.
I literally was, and I was like, we bought that house. I think I put a trip on there. I don't know where I thought it was going, but Hawaii. I mean, that was unexpected.
Yeah.
And then obviously my baby was on there. Fitness is always on there. We're working on fitness.
It's there.
Yeah, it's there. We're working on the
exists.
fitness.
That's one
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Yeah. And then I had like a TV thing, or I had like a podcast thing too. So obviously Never Too Shy, still going strong. And then I launched Mommy Collective. Well, I flipped it from my old podcast, Unentitled, which I know you both have been on. So like I flipped that, and then just, I was like, I can't have like 18 podcasts. It's just not going to work. So I was like, let's just do the Mommy Collective.
You can.
I mean, I can, but like I'm one person. It's hard. So then with the TV stuff, it's interesting because when you manifest, right, or want to bring things to life, you're supposed to put it out there and be very clear in your intentions, right? That's what I did. Now, the job that we as people want all the time is to know how is this going to happen. And in manifestation, that is not our job. That is universe, God, source's job. That is not our job. So I could have sat there last year and been like, I'm going to get this because I'm going to get on this TV show or get this opportunity because of X, Y, and Z. And like, okay, that's great. But I didn't know that Mommy Collective was going to exist in that way at that time. So when I put on the vision board, I was like, oh, okay, like, whatever. So then I got to go talk about my event that I had coming up with the Cookies with Santa and plug, the other events that I'll have you coming up in 2025. So I'm like, this is cool, like how it happened, because I never knew at that time that was how it was going to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that.
I love that too
Thank
for you.
you.
That's
That's
amazing.
exciting.
I think on my vision board, so it's crazy the way you say it. Like you put something on your vision board, but you have to be very specific and how you're gonna get it. Because some of mine, like it happened, but in different ways. One of them is like a big joke. And like for my friends watching, they know, but I put a unicorn on there. And it symbolized like dating,
Man.
right? Like a unicorn.
Cute.
But I'm the unicorn.
Oh, you're not looking for the unicorn.
On my vision board, it says if it doesn't feel like 90s R&B, I don't want it.
I don't want it. Yeah.
And so you guys know, like I went on dates, like, you know, I dated people and I was dating somebody over the summer and it didn't feel like 90s R&B. And I was just so happy to be honest and be like, you are wonderful. I feel like I've talked about this a lot, but to me, this was also an example of growth, right? Like, wow, you have somebody who literally is like head over heels for you.
Yeah.
Will do whatever it takes. And you're just like, no, it doesn't feel like 90s R&B. Like, you're not for me. Like, and it's crazy because when I think about events of this year that like brought me the most joy and I felt free and I feel at peace, because those are the things that stand out. I went to R&B only in March when they had like have it here. And that was like one of the most beautiful memories I have this year. And I had the best time when I went and I felt free. And for me, that's the feeling I want. And I've experienced it, but like when you don't have it with the right person, you got to let it go. So this summer when I was dating somebody, I was like, nah, this don't feel like that. This don't feel like this. You got to let it go.
Right.
So to me, I think that was big because I was able to just be like, no, you're great, but no. Because I think some people think just because you have something great, like you just got to go with it. Right. It's great, but if it doesn't feel like magic, if it doesn't feel good in your heart, it's not for you.
Yeah.
And so what? You'll be single, but it's okay.
100%.
And then I learned that I have so much love around me. So it's like I have R&B love through my friends, through other people in my life, and I'm okay with that. So this year, I feel like I've learned a lot about myself through dating, but most importantly, it's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not trying to go out there meeting people. I'm not purposely trying to put myself out there. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm very at peace with everybody who's currently in my life. And I want to stay like that until somebody just makes it bigger and better because I'm happy right now. And it was hard to say that for a while because, you know, you say you're happy, but like God knows your heart. Like, yes, you're happy, but you do want somebody. You want a partner. But did I just lose another nail? No. Okay.
God knows you need new
But yeah,
nails.
and I would say another big highlight was I was able to host a few events like based around women empowerment. And then for the youth, I hosted like a few fundraisers. And so I just like doing anything with women and anything for the youth with dance. Like all of it together makes me happy.
Yeah.
I like doing things for other people and, you know, supporting like the South Side, our community around us. That's important to me.
Yeah.
And then finally, I defended my dissertation proposal. I passed.
Woo!
Oh, that was like the hardest thing. Like that was literally the hardest thing I think I went through this year.
Yeah.
Just going through the emotional, mental turmoil of just locking myself up for hours and hours and hours and writing and saying no to all the events. But I was totally fine with saying no. I was actually really proud of my discipline and the way I just locked in. And I think
Nice.
it worked out in the end. So I'm really proud of that. That was on my vision board. Like I'm on my timeline, God willing. Like I stay on my timeline. And it's okay. People say like, you know, it's God's time. It's not yours.
Right.
But I feel like God and we aligned right now. I feel very close to God. I think this year I felt closer to God.
Amen.
And two people I really want to shout out that kind of helped me bring me closer. One, my dad. It's always, oh my God, stop it. My dad, that's always, my dad was always the one to talk to me about God since I was little. And Miguel.
Wow.
Shout out Miguel.
Shout out Miguel and my dad. Like I think those two people together in different ways allowed me to see myself in a different light through God.
Wow.
And so I really want to shout them two out for that specifically because I think it really helped when I was going through like all my emotional and mental turmoil with everything going on. Like that brought me peace. Yeah. So I really appreciate them. And then thank God we went through this year strong. My girls, like, they're amazing. Jackie has been unbelievable, like the biggest support I think I've had in my life in every single area of my life. Fiamma as well, like time she's busy, she's hustling. I'm so proud of her. Alexa, she's hustling. Both my friends got promotions, new jobs. Like, you got a house, you got a baby, you're on tour, you got a house, you got a baby, you're just running the world. So like, my biggest flex of this year is my friends, my family, my people are flexing with me. And I feel like I'm ending this year super hungry and empowered to just keep going. So next episode, we'll talk more about next year. But I think for me, it's like soaking in all the great things that happened this year.
Yes.
And thanking God every day, staying humble, knowing that I was put on this earth for a reason. I was put here to serve and help other people see their potential, see their light, spread joy, spread love. And I feel like I did that. And that makes me really happy. And I want to continue to do that.
Yes, you're killing it, girl.
Thank you. What about you, Marco?
I was going to say, what about you?
I think this year's been difficult. Obviously, the transition in my personal life, going from 1 kid to 2 kids, that's also
Definitely
been its own
hard.
challenge. I think it's just been a focus on getting through, getting through everything that life throws at you, personally and professionally. But I think, one thing we can have solace in is the sun's going to get up in the morning. Every morning, the sun's going to be there. Every night,
at the end of the day,
the moon's going to be
The
there.
day gotta end.
The day gotta end.
yes.
And so, I think people sometimes are stuck or stagnant with like the biggest things in the world feel like they're happening today. But, tomorrow's another day. Take it day by day. Take it step by step. If you're going through hell, just keep going. I've said that before.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you have kids, 2 kids is tough, man. 2 kids
Shout
is
out
tough.
to you guys.
Shout
for
out
doing
to you
it.
guys.
I know.
Yes.
Can't wait for the other 10, but 2 is tough.
Oh,
That's
sure.
crazy.
I know.
I know. I mean, 2 kids is a lot. I'm like, I think I still have some more. That's how much I love my kids.
I don't know how y'all are doing it, but you guys did it.
You're like, I'm good with 1 and done.
Oh, I am so good.
1 done?
Oh.
Baby G don't get a little sibling?
Baby G's very loved, very
Baby
taken
G,
care of.
she got Mateo,
She got
Madeline,
Benzo.
she
She's got her
Benzo,
friends.
She
I
got
heard-
people.
I heard I'm called Mama G. Is my
Oh
name.
my God,
Mama
yes,
G.
how cute. And I'm Titi Tati.
I don't think you're.
No, I am. I got a video.
I don't think you.
I got a
I
video,
don't think
Marco.
you've been talked about. but-
No,
Oh, no.
I have a video.
I have proof.
It's on my phone.
Okay, whatever makes you help you
Don't
sleep
play
at
with
night.
me.
Yeah.
Don't.
Madeline knows.
Whatever makes you feel better.
She knows
She's
what's
one
good
of the
for
girls.
her. She's one of the girls. She's,
She's
one of the
girls.
mommies.
What's the thing you're like? I'll never forget the story where it's like you were breastfeeding and Lucy was breastfeeding and Tati's like, should I just pull a boob out?
Yeah.
Just in,
I was
in
like,
solidarity.
In solidarity, let me just pull a boob out. I'll do it. It was just us girls. Why not?
I know. Just stand in
Whatever.
solidarity.
I was like, bro, it's the backyard. Like, yeah, okay.
Nobody
margaritas.
else was there.
Yeah.
You got
Paulina's
neighbors.
seen me naked. She spray tanned me before.
Oh, really?
I was asked out. Like, she even said, like, oh, do you want? I was like, nah, girl. Like, she see me butt naked.
Butt-ass
Talk about
naked.
being vulnerable.
Right.
No pasties or nothing.
No.
No pasties?
No, she
No?
saw the nipple, the all the things.
I almost forgot.
Yeah, I was spread too. The weird like yoga poses
Yeah,
she makes you
yeah,
do.
she
Like,
was
The hell you make people
upside
do in
down,
the
yeah.
stand? What
because
the
you got to
hell?
make sure you get in there.
I gotta get in there.
You make them hang upside down like a fish? What
Yeah,
did
she
you
was
do?
upside down.
Yeah,
She was doing like
I was
a bunch
doing
of
like a handstand. I was like jumping with my legs like this.
Oh my
Yeah. Oh
goodness.
yeah. My girl's she's getting her spray tan on.
Agility.
Before we move on to our awards, we have our own little awards show here.
Yes.
What do you think, Marco, for you was the biggest like lesson or like, the biggest thing you've learned in 2024?
I think the biggest thing I've learned in 2024 is no matter how much you think you can handle, you can always handle more.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So like, I think people sometimes like when you go through things, you think, okay, this is like the limit. This is all I can handle. And like life throws more shit at you. You got to keep going. So
I love that.
I love that so much.
What's yours?
And for me, I think biggest thing that I've learned, honestly, that like it's okay to like put yourself first. Being selfish. And I say that word with all of the pride in the world because I think people think of the word selfish as just this like negative word and it's so bad. And I think, like I said, to be a good mom, I think I had to become selfish with my time, with my energy, with who I was around or who I even was spending time with because I didn't have time to BS. My own best friend was like, you don't even have time to go make Target returns. That's his little joke about me, is that I love returning stuff.
Yeah.
He goes, you get a thrill out of it. You're in Target, you're doing this. And like, that wasn't even a thing anymore.
Yeah.
And I really quickly too, you kind of inspired me to do this as well. And we kind of talked about it, but like, doing like cheers to the real ones. I know you mentioned some of your girls that really held you down, so I would love to mention some of mine.
Go for it.
My girls, LOL. But I want to start with my main girl, Jonathan, for sure.
Yes, love her.
Jonathan, we do love her. Jonathan's just like such an incredible friend, like on so many levels. Like, I call him my marketing team. We have a joke where it's, where's your marketing team? And it's Jonathan. But he's a great friend in all parts of my life. I mean, like, he's been holding me down since I was a kid, you know? And like, I'm so happy that like he's still part of my life. Like, he checks me all the time. And I love it. Like, he checked me and bullied me into fixing something on my website that I put off for like 4 months. But like, he had to. He's like, no,
You need those people.
yeah, I
in
need
your life.
that. And I need that, you know? My other real ones would definitely be my other bestie, Claudia. Her and I, definitely, like, we didn't fall out at all, but like, we obviously, you know, she had like her kid and stuff. And then like I had mine, and like, I don't know where, like, what happened, but like, we are just like getting back to like our old ways, and like nothing makes me more happy, because she truly is like my best friend and like the best person I know. She's literally so incredible and everything. And like, my daughter like loves her. And like, it's just the cutest thing in the world, and the way that they interact. And like, I love her son Vince, and like, she's just like the greatest person ever. Want to give a big real one shout out to our girl Lucy as well.
Period.
Her and I have become
Lucy.
super close this year. She was my number one go-to like mom. I was like, hey, my kid's doing this. What do I do? It's like 3 a.m. And like, she had a baby too, 2 weeks after me. So we're both awake at like 3 a.m. And I'm like, oh, what do I do? This happened. Oh, she's doing that. What do I do? And like, it's just like so vulnerable and hard to like.
And she was there.
She was so there.
No question.
Literally all the
I saw
time.
it. Yeah.
She was just so incredible. And like, that's something I don't take for granted for 1 second. And she never like made me feel like judged, or like never made me feel like, I don't know, like she wanted to like compete like weirdos, you know? She was just always like on my team, and I was on hers. And we love Lucy, literally love Lucy. Shout out to you guys too for my Real Ones Awards. You guys like truly have become some of my closest friends as well. Doing this podcast is everything. Your nails are literally on the table.
Taking them off. I'm taking them off as we're talking. I'm over them.
But like, you guys really inspire me to like keep growing, keep pushing, because you guys are so inspirational and admirable to me. So like, I'm so happy that like I get to do this podcast with you every week. It's just it's so much fun, and
It's like therapy.
It is my therapy, and like I love it, and like I know it takes commitment to do this and be here. Everybody starts a podcast, everybody wants to do this, and I love that they want to do it. But then realizing the commitment behind it of like showing up, being prepared with topics, and then like, you know, even like getting audio like posted and clips and stuff, like these things take time and energy and money. And I understand that. And I think this team that we have here is just so incredible, and I can't wait to see us grow more in the next year. So yeah, shout out to you guys. And obviously like my family, friends, you know, my husband, love him, my daughter, my in-laws, my mom, you know, everybody is my village. Like I
out to the village.
even like my work friends have kept me sane, you know, like at work, because like I ran back to work 6 weeks after my baby, because I was like, I just want to be back in this.
What you do.
It's what
That's
I
who you are.
do. And I didn't feel like anything
Nobody
changed.
judged you for it either.
Thank
I feel
you.
Like everybody
No.
celebrated whatever you wanted to do
Thank you.
because they trust you.
They trust me, and
They know you did what was best for your family.
Thank you. They made me feel that, because it could have went a completely different way, but they really made me feel welcomed back. They made me feel like I didn't miss anything. They made me feel like I just jumped right back into it. And you're right. They always supported anything that I wanted to do. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to give a shout out to everybody. I love you guys.
Shout out. Yeah. Shout out to, I forgot, my AJ. I love you. You just bring me joy. I love you, AJ. My mom. Oh my God. That's my best friend.
Yes, it is.
That's my girl. That's my ride or die. That's my no questions. What are we doing? What do we got to do? Who do we got to see? Where do we got to go? She was like, whatever I needed this year, good times, bad times, happy times, whatever times. She was there when I passed, you know, my defense.
Yes.
And I left, like my grandma and her were waiting for me, and I saw them in the car, and they were just staring at me, waiting to see my reaction. So then I started jumping, and then they got out the car,
excited.
and it was like really sweet. I think that's going to be like a core memory of mine. Just
forever.
Everybody was like crying, so happy. So yeah, like shout out to our people. We wanted to name you and really thank you for supporting us in all the things we do, because we are very busy women with so many ideas, with a lot of projects, and thank you for showing up and showing out and being real ones for us. Is there anybody you want to shout out, Marco?
I guess, shout out my wife, Lucy, being
Period.
my partner, holding up the house and the kids and everything else.
Yes.
Shout out all my team and team members and all my endeavors. And yeah, shout out you guys, This is like a little therapy session. I always tell everyone, like, this is the only thing I do for myself during the week.
Yeah.
Is come hang out with you guys for a little bit. And so, yeah, shout out to all them.
Yes. So we want to close out this episode with our Never Too Shy awards. And these awards are for our guests we've had this year. We've had amazing, amazing guests who all brought something different to the table. And so we could not end this episode year without shouting them out. I could start with my first one. My first one is for Terry, Mr. TikTok Terry. We want to give him the Trailblazer Award because he is making waves in what he does on TikTok, on social media. This man's out here memorizing like Spanish, Mexican songs. He's getting invited to all these like concerts, and he's a family man. He's true to who he is. He's never switched up, and he's just a very genuine, good-hearted person, a great husband, a great father. So shout out to Terry. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep making a difference in the field of social media and entertainment. Trailblazer Award goes to you, Terry.
I love it. Woo!
Woo, woo.
I'm going to take the next one. So the Boldest Voice Award. I got to give that to our girl, Fiamma.
Yeah.
Fiamma. I have never met somebody in my life.
No.
That is
Never too shy?
Never too shy for Fiamma. But she really is bold in what she says.
Yeah.
So she's the guest who fearlessly spoke her truth and empowered others to embrace theirs. I think any topic we had, she always had I think really good points. She always had really good things to say. And honestly, she did empower me a lot in many ways when it came to mental health, physical health. When we talked a lot of stuff about dating with her.
Yeah.
She's honestly really dope for that. So we want to give that to you, girl.
Yes. Next one, we're going to give to our boy M-Doc. Because, man, he really, showed out that episode. We're going to give him the Village Builder Award because he really highlighted the importance of community, collaboration, working together, being humble, and just building something ground up and, really staying true to who you are. M-Doc is somebody that is just a creative genius, in my opinion. Move over Kanye. There's M-Doc. He is our Kanye, but better.
I agree.
Without being problematic. I've never heard of a problem with M-Doc. I feel like he's just a symbol of bringing people together through art and creativity and music. And you're so inspiring. So we're giving you the Village Builder Award because you really built a village with your brand and what you do. And we're rooting you on. Thank you for all the gems you dropped when you came too.
Such a good episode.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked it out, go peep it. I would love to give the next award to the Confidence Queen King Award.
Oh, yeah.
That's got to go to Miss Jonathan.
Yes.
Jonathan.
Yes.
Miss Jonathan.
I called him Miss Jonathan. Jonathan is the most confident person I know.
Yep.
And I know I give him shit because he openly says I'm super confident and I love him for it. And I give him shit because it's just me and my sense of humor. But real talk, he is very confident when he does, and it shows. And he inspires me to really reach for things because anything when it comes to his professional life, just things that he's doing, he'll, literally say no, that's not worth my time. Or no, I would never take, for example, that job for that pay. And I'm over here being oh my God, I would beg for that pay. You know what I mean? We just I joke like that with him, but he genuinely inspires me to know my worth and to know that there's always more out there, and it's very inspiring.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to give that to Jonathan because he was the guest who reminded everyone to embrace their confidence and own their worth.
Love it. Next, we're going to give it to Joy from District. Paulina wasn't here for this episode, but man, Joy was somebody that really you see her and you assume she's one person, and she has so much to offer. Another one, dropping gems.
Yeah.
We're going to give her the Hustle and Flow Award because she is a boss babe. She works hard for her business. District, go support. And she just talked all about being a partner with her husband, but what it's like to use your platform as a woman and put up boundaries when you're in a space of like being an entrepreneur and who you want to be around and how people like assume she is and how she had to grow in this step. So we're going to give Hustle and Floor awards to Joy. Shout out to Joy.
I love that. I love that. I think for the next one, I'm going to shout out our girl, Nathalie.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Nathalie is the Joy Bringer Award. She did bring fun laughter and I think just like a lighthearted conversation to everything she does. She's a mother, shout out to mothers, and a business owner.
Yes.
And she just has like this energy about her though that was just always so soft, so calm, but yet like so assertive. Like, 'cause she's a boss. Like she's literally like a boss babe, and I love that, and a mother on top of that. And she opened up about raising her son, and kind of the balance that she has to do and go through, and all that stuff. And I thought she was just so inspiring, especially as a new mom too, and everything. She's awesome. So shout out to you, girl.
Yes. Next one, we want to shout out Dr. Dominique.
Yes.
We want to shout him out for the Empowerment Advocate Award. He really was the guest who championed for marginalized communities, young boys who came, like, we're going to talk about his story. His mom was a refugee from Cuba. He grew up poor, and now he's a doctor, and he's out here advocating for better health care for women in marginalized communities and doing more for his community. That is beautiful. His story about his college experience and getting to where he is now. So shout out to you, Dr. Dominique. Thank you for all you do for the community in healthcare and women. You get the Empowerment Advocate Award.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm going to shout out our boy DJ Ecstasy for this one. The Real is Real Award, because I thought that he was super authentic in what he was saying.
Yeah.
He's a DJ, and he literally said, like, it's a tough job mentally and physically because you're up all night type thing. He's got children. He's a father. But at the end of the day, he really, really respects his craft, and we do too. And he truly, I thought, was like, I don't know, just really authentic too, and like what he was talking about. And like, he's a huge advocate, which I love, for the LGBTQ plus community. And he's technically like a straight man by definition.
Yeah.
But he's just like, no, this is like my community.
Yeah.
And he's such an advocate for them, which I think we need more of. And he's a Latino man. So I thought he was just so real for that. So shout out to you.
Yeah. And last but not least, honestly, her name should be the award. I love Lucy, because I feel like she was the guest sweetheart. Like,
she is.
She came on,
is.
and I think she was like a friend to everybody. Like, I feel like people felt calm and peace when she's on. She made us laugh. She made us cry. She made us think. Like, she came on and she was genuinely like all about, what do you need on the podcast? Like, what do you want to talk about?
She's the best.
She's the best. So we love you, Lucy. So the award is literally I love Lucy.
I love Lucy
we
award.
love Lucy.
Period.
You love her the most.
We made an
I'm
award
sure.
for you.
We made an award for you, Lucy.
I love it.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that 100%.
For sure. I think Paulina's still the funniest person ever. So that's my award for Paulina is she's so damn funny. And she doesn't even realize it. Like, she drops gems. She's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Marco, my award for you, Marco, is that you are very empowered by women. And I think that makes you more manly.
I agree.
Like, I think your masculinity is like one that many men should strive for, because you're not intimidated by women. You actually are a part, like, you see like women and men, like how it should be a partnership in order to get better. So I don't know what the name of that award is, like Mr. Masculine. I don't know. But yeah, I just appreciated how you always, whether it was a guest or us or Lucy or whoever it was, you saw the value of their voice on this platform and you added to it. So I think that was great.
Well, thank you.
So what's my award, Marco?
Your award is the most
It took forever
award.
for him to come up with a green flag. So redeem yourself. What,
Right.
most Leo?
The most Leo award.
Oh, yeah.
You are the biggest Leo.
You
I
are
know.
the biggest Leo. As a fellow Leo, I would say you
Yeah.
are a bigger
Oh,
Leo than
damn.
I am.
We have different, like, we have similarities, which is crazy, y'all. I'm telling you, when we first started this podcast, we thought Marco and I were going to butt heads.
We
But
did not think we butt heads.
we
because
butt heads, but that lasted, like, that was very short-lived.
You literally fought with me.
Yes, but that was short lived, and I feel like we're on the same page, except our Leo shows differently. But I'll take it as a compliment.
All right, no problem.
Yeah. Period. All right, we end.
Period.
Period. We love it. Thank you guys for rocking with us with another year. 2025, we have a lot in store. We're really excited. Make sure to please subscribe, like, share with a friend. We want this to grow as big as we can. We want to bring on awesome guests as well, which we have some really cool things planned. So make sure to join us, hang out with us.
Yeah. See you next year.
Yes. Mwah. Love
Bye,
you.
guys.